What's happening, guys? Kevin here from SportsBox Breaks coming at you live Friday afternoon, February 7th, 2020. I am busting open our final case of Series 1 baseball. This is going to be the Series 1 baseball hobby, so it's the full 12-box hobby, break number 2. This case filled up in its entirety yesterday, late in the session, and we didn't have enough time to get it broken yesterday, so I'm doing a little impromptu live session here today simply to get this case busted open so we can get it out in the next shipping batch to you guys. So this isn't an official live session, but we're just doing the one. So again, Series 1 hobby, break number 2. Who has who in the break? Arizona D-backs going to Jake S. The Atlanta Braves going to Jonathan C. The Baltimore Orioles going to Richard W. Boston Red Sox going to Howard B. Chicago Cubbies, John G. Chicago White Sox, John G. Cincinnati Reds going to Tom N. Cleveland Indians going to Tommy K. Colorado Rockies going to Jake S. Detroit Tigers going to Russell L. Houston Astros, Michael G. Kansas City Royals, Robert T. Los Angeles Angels going to Ralph G. Los Angeles Dodgers going to Alan B. Miami Marlins, James D. The Milwaukee Brewers, Jake S. Minnesota Twins, Jake S. New York Mets going to Raymond V. The New York Yankees, Aaron F. Oakland A's going to John F. Philadelphia Phils going to Darren L. Pittsburgh Pirates, David R. San Diego Padres, Danny V. San Fran Giants going to Greg Z. Seattle Mariners going to Matthew K. St. Louis Cardinals going to Tommy K. Tampa Bay Rays, Jake S. Texas Rangers going to Ralph G. Toronto Blue Jays going to Rob R. And the Washington Nationals going to John G. All right, good luck, guys. Hey, Mark, what's happening, buddy? Watching this one while killing a Friday afternoon at work? I love it. Greg, what's up, bud? So, guys, you're looking at the full case here. Up top, you can see I've got the number for 2018 Finest. This isn't an official live session we're doing today where we're trying to get a whole bunch of stuff broken. This live session is purely to get this case broken so we can get it shipped out to you in the next shipping batch. The reason I put that Finest up there is because it is so low, and that case, is a reasonably quick case to get through. So if that one fills up, I'm going to put it out there. That's the only break that I will tentatively break today in addition to the Series 1. So if you guys want to go nuts on those Finest spots, 10 remaining, 20% off using the Save20 code. I will bust that one. I've got it on the shelf right next to me, and we could bust it open in addition. Okay, so with this full case, this is the 12-box hobby. You can look at the little 12-box tag up here. All cards ship, guys. All of our regulars know that, but I say it for the benefit of new folks that are breaking with us for the first time. There's a whole lot going on in this product, variation-wise and all kinds of stuff, so please understand, guys, we don't have time with a 4,000-card case to look at the back and zoom in with the microscope on those little minute numbers at the very bottom to see if it's an SP and all that. But you will receive it, folks. You will receive it every time. Okay. Here we go. But I will put it out there. If you guys see something that's real interesting, like a high-value SP or whatever, and I pass it off and I'm not too far past it, just let me know, and I'll try to bring it back up into the camera so you can check it out a little bit. All right, let's see if I can do this. Okay. 12 boxes, 4,000 plus cards coming our way here, guys. Make some coffee, settle in. It's going to be a long one. We're looking at what? At least 2+ hours to get through this one. I will definitely, of course, hit recap it at the end. Jason unpacks half the case and then the second half. That's not really my style. I know why he does it, so folks can easily fast forward the YouTube video later. Okay, so in each of these boxes, there's one foil pack at the very top. So I'm going to put the foil packs off to the side. We're going to look at all those at the end. All right, one box. We're going to do one box at a time on this stuff, unless I decide to change that up. We want to go that way. All right, here we go, guys. Good luck. Mark, you working hard or hardly working today? What's going on? I'm not sure if I know what you do, Mark. What's your day job? Greg, you also working? You working and watching? Oh, FYI, guys, I was mentioning this before the session started. Minutes ago, I activated 4 cases of plates and patches on the website. So if you guys that are out there, Mark, Greg, anybody else, have any interest in next week's Plates and Patches release, now's your chance because not too many people know they're up there yet. 4 cases plus some personal boxes of Plates and Patches now on the site. I think so far I've only had 1 sale. Somebody came in on the Ravens out of 2 of those cases. I think it was Jeremy P. Jeremy P. did. Retired with Moek Burt. Went back to work doing some CAD work. Oh, nice. Very nice. All right, the stack is getting high. Look at how high this stack gets. What do you guys got going on over the weekend? Any good plans? Okay, last pack right here from box number uno. Maybe I could do 2 of these at a time. We'll work through the first one and then we'll look at maybe 2 of them going forward. So let's see, what's our breakdown? 1 auto or a relic. So it's a caveat, it's a 1 or. So it's either an auto or a relic in every box. So basically 1 hit per box. Could be an auto, could be a relic. Here we go. And again, all cards do ship. About to head into work. Delay that trip. Big kids event at the church. I gotcha. Cool. Well, the timing's good to come in and see some Series 1. All right, let me get the camera focused in here, guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. Again, all cards do ship, folks. So if I pass something off that looks pretty cool. What do we got? A Tatis, 1987 Topps. If I pass something off that might have some numbering or is some kind of SP that I'm just blasting through, let me know. I'll show it to you in greater detail. But you're going to get it because we ship it all. Got a little Hank Aaron 35th right there. So you get the 35th anniversary stamp on those. Little Bryce Harper. It's still a little weird seeing him in a Phillies uniform, even though it's been. All right, here it is. Well, the hit came up real soon in this one. Cincinnati Reds are going to be the recipient, which is Tom. Tom N. Cincinnati Reds with a Nick Senzel. Nick Senzel. That is a Major League Material relic. You got it, Mark. Plates and Patches. Yeah, just activated minutes ago. Major League Material Nick Senzel. So that's our first hit. And again, Reds going to Tom. That's really weird. Congratulations. I just got a notification on there from Restream, which is the congratulations. You received 1,000 messages today with Restream chat. I don't know where 1,000 messages are. Interesting. Okay. What do we got? 2010s, Mookie Betts. Check them out. Looking stylish. Well, what's funny is Floyd actually was emailing us earlier today asking when we might be activating the cases. And I went and activated the cases right before I started up the live break session. And Jeremy P. swooped in and grabbed the Ravens in break 1 and 2. The very first team to sell was, in fact, the Ravens, and it wasn't by Floyd. It was Jeremy P. So I did reach out back to Floyd and said, hey, these are active, so just an FYI. No, he didn't get them in break 1 and 2. I don't know if they're still available in break 3 and 4, but if they're not, it's probably Floyd in 3 and 4. All right, we got a little Big Hurt, 35th, Frank Thomas. Yeah, gone in the first two. That was the first two sales that rolled in. And those were Jeremy P. that came in on those. All right, what do we got? A little Decade Next. Laureano. All teams still up there in 3 and 4. All right. All teams available, guys. All teams available. Aaron Hicks. If you guys see me pass something off that's anything of interest that deserves a little more airtime on camera, let me know. What do we got? What do we got? Another 35th for the Marlins, rookie action. So 2 releases coming out next week, guys. Donruss Optic and plates and patches. Donruss Optic is almost full. Like, I think it's in the single digits already. 1920 basketball product is just some of the hottest stuff out there right now. Everybody's going crazy on it with the Zion frenzy. It's causing the whole scene to go nuts, which is great. Reminds me a little bit of Ohtani frenzy 2 years ago, right? Ohtani frenzy was a real deal. Like, baseball is always super hot when the new products start rolling out, but that release year with Ohtani, it was like 2 times or maybe even 3 times as crazy as it had been. Got an Anthony Rizzo 35th. What do we got? Pujols, tops now. Oh, it's crazy, right? The Zion cards, it's nuts. And the guy is, he's proven to be the real deal so far anyway, right? Did he play last night? I think he played last night. How did he do? I didn't even follow it up. 1960s, decade's best. The Cincinnati Reds. So what do we got? Little numbering stamp to 2019 34 of 2000. Got a Sandberg Cubbies 35th. Yeah, I didn't really follow any of them, to be honest. It's just with him, I was just curious to see how, finally he's been playing, so I was curious to see how he was going to come out. That first game, he came out in the third quarter, fourth quarter, and had 17 straight. All right, let me just offload these cards. I think I'm going to do 2 boxes together. So we'll unpack 2 boxes, work through those 2 stacks, and then keep going from there. 1 box down, 11 to go. Celtics, don't get into the cards. Okay, here's one of the 2 boxes. There's our box topper. So those golden tickets, right? The celebration of the decade winning ticket, they would be a topper. Or these, what am I saying? These aren't box toppers. They are foil packs. So if we did pull one of those golden tickets, they would be sitting as a box topper. I'm assuming. All right, there's an empty box. And here comes a second one. There's our foil pack. All right, empty box right there. So we're doing 2 at a time now, guys. So your ref basketball I couldn't care less about the basketball collecting scene on the card side. Well, hey, fair enough. Yeah, burned out. Makes sense. So guys, once again, I've got that number in the top right-hand corner because, again, this isn't a full break session today. This is not a session where we're trying to break as much as possible. This is just a session to get this case popped open and, ready to go and ready to be shipped out to you guys. That break up there will not take too long if we can get it filled up. So I put that one tentatively on the schedule here. If we can get those 10 spots filled up, I'll grab that Finest off the shelf and we will rip it today. So 20% off all those Finest spots using the Save 20 code. So Finest qualifies for the 20% code. Talking about Ohtani a minute ago, the Angels are still available. You can get $60 off the price of that team with the 20% code. $60 off. Nope, I do not. That's all Jason's world. I know you guys probably know this, but I'm not even a sports fan, shocking as it is, which is why I mispronounce every third name when I'm when I'm going through these guys. You're like, how is he not a sports fan? I don't know, I didn't really grow up with sports in my life, so. What's up there, B-Ball? First one seeing live. I love it. Awesome. Glad to have you pop in live finally. Is that Ralph? I think it's Ralph, right? B-Ball? Yeah, Jason obviously is a huge sports guy and has been in the collecting scene with cards since he was a kid. And Jason and I have been friends, close friends for 12, 13 years. And yeah, exactly. So I don't know, going back to, I want to say 2013-ish, Jason started buying into a bunch of breaks with some other breaking operations that were around at the time. And he really liked it. And he was like, we could probably do this. So he presents it to me and I'm like, what is a break? What is this thing? I don't even understand what's going on here. And he's like, with your background because I had been involved with internet marketing and website development since 1997. So that's dating me, how long I've been into the internet game. And so he started looking at it. And I'm like, yeah, we could definitely do that. And especially at the time, the way these guys' websites were set up and all that was, not the greatest. So not to put anybody down, but it was a little rudimentary at the time. So yeah, that's how we came to be in existence. So then originally I was supposed to be the guy behind the scenes just doing all the tech and doing all the marketing and all that business. But we got too busy. These case break sessions take, forever, and the sorting and the packing and the shipping. So we decided to just split it up across the two of us. And then Jason moved. We used to do it from my location. So he would come over to my location and we would just literally be together busting open all the stuff. And then he moved about 15, 20 minutes away. So now he was in a separate location and I was in a separate location, even though we were still, 20 minutes apart from each other. And then in 2017, I decided to move to Vegas. So it's still the same kind of setup as what we were back in Pennsylvania, but now I'm just 2,200 miles away instead of 20 minutes away. Would love the breaking part, wouldn't like the other parts. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, obviously. There's just, from developing the products out on the website to getting the word out there marketing wise. Little die cut here, Isolated Power 1990s of Mark McGuire. So like to get a break, like a case from start to finish, developing the graphics for it, putting it together on the website, putting the product together, putting all the prices up there, listing it. We then list all of our stuff on eBay for a second set of eyeballs, like a whole second marketplace. So there's all the eBay marketing and all that goes into it. And then there's the actual breaking. There's the sorting, the packing, and the shipping, and all that. So like from start to finish, there's quite a bit of steps involved to get it all the way there. Got a Strasbourg World Series 2019 going on there. World Series highlights. Cal Ripken, 35th. Some guys recognize all those steps, but a lot of guys don't think. They just think, hey, you buy a case of product and 30 people come in 15 minutes and fill it. I wish it were that easy. All right, here comes our next hit, guys. It's a Gleyber Torres, 1985 Topps Baseball Relic. There we go. That's a black frame to 199. Beautiful. Nice. New York Yankees. That's going to Aaron. Aaron owns it. Black frame Torres, relic. So 2 relics so far out of the 2 boxes. It could be an auto or a relic. They've given us 2 relics so far. When we first started, we started in early 2014. We thought it was going to be that easy. We were like, oh, you just buy a case. You go live on, Breakers.tv platform, and 30 guys come in and buy it off you. Not quite. Not quite. Another 2019 World Series, Max Scherzer. One guy that was breaking with us for a while decided he was going to try his own breaks. I think he did one break and called it quits after he realized the struggles that were involved in starting a new operation. It is a struggle. We got a Duke Snider, 1950s Decade's Best Batters. Got the Hollywood Heroes, LAD. Soaking it all in. The problem comes out to be the expectations of a lot of guys that haven't been involved in the break scene for very long and thinking that, hey, I bought my spot. This is going to break in 10 minutes from now, right? And the constant, re-education that we have to put out there to those kind of guys that are buying in. Like, we appreciate the new guys, but they have to understand it takes, 29 other people to make those purchases before we can bust open, a multi-$1,000 case of cards. Decades Next of Alvarez. How about that Donruss Optic now? Going back to the basketball. Donruss Optic is now going for something like $5,800 a case. Basketball is nuts right now. Master and Apprentice for the Twins. Got a Francisco Lindor home run challenge. Did you guys see that article about PSA not able to keep up with the demand of card grading? We got a Yelich, 35th. So there was an article saying that PSA, the authentication and grading company, is so backlogged. I think they're like months backlogged with how much is being sent into them these days to be graded, and they attribute it to a lot of things, like the health of the collecting scene right now is healthier than it's been in a long time. Plus, case breakers are pushing out a lot more product than has been in more recent years, so they're getting a lot more. It's pretty nuts. I mean, I guess it's a good thing to say that the health of the overall collecting scene is that good. All right, 35th of Ohtani. Got a Rivera, Topps Now. Oh yeah, it is. It's terrible that they can get away with charging $5,800 for the case, because the funny thing is, like, the price is set 35th of Chris Bryant. The price is set from the manufacturer, so like that price was set months ago. So the manufacturer is not charging $5,800 a case for it now. It's just that the distributors, the guys in the middle, like David Adams and these other operations, decide to completely capitalize on the supply and demand of basketball. And hey, it's a free market, and they can certainly do it. And guys aren't flinching; they're paying it. Got an Ernie Banks. Ralph, you're saying yes to seeing the PSA stuff, the PSA being backed up for months at a time. What do we got? Decade Next of Chris Paddock, San Diego. And again, guys, if I pass off any of these SPs or SSPs and you're like, whoa, that's a high-value card, just give me a shout-out in the chat and I will bring it back up into the camera for you, as long as I can still find it, because these stacks get pretty thick. What do we got? White Sox, 35th. All right, guys, that's box number 2. Box number 3 is that stack right there. Let me just offload these cards. Offloading cards. Guys, the finest number in the top hasn't moved yet. We can do another break today if you guys want to. Finest Baseball is the only other one that I really want to be able to get broken today. The other stuff is going to be on the next live session, which still is to be determined. I don't know if we're going to do a Monday session or if we're just going to wait until Wednesday of next week, because we have to be live on Friday. Not sure about Wednesday. Deals are struck out the back door with the bigger breakers and taking a lot of the high dollar stuff from the smaller ones. Tired of seeing everything go to PSA. Amazing with brand new. Not sure I follow you, Mark. Deals are being struck out the back door with the bigger breakers taking a lot of the high dollar stuff from the smaller ones. You're talking what, that the distributors are feeding more of those kind of cases to the big operations and fewer to the smaller operations? Is that what you mean? I mean, I'll definitely attest to the fact that product is in short supply these days. Stuff that we were able to get 10 cases of a year ago, now they're telling us we can only get like 4 cases of. And we haven't stopped our buying. Like, we've been buying at as fast of a pace as, we have been for years now. All right, Tatis, 35th. There's only, like, in the whole industry, there's only like a handful of wholesale distributors across the whole country. There's only a handful of them. We buy from all of them pretty much. What do we got here? Got a Houston Astros with some numbering here, 1,600 out of 2020. But, yeah, there's only a handful. If you look on you could find it online. You could look on the Topps, like, master distributor list, because you can't buy directly off Topps. Decade Next of Carter Key Boom, unless you have a physical store, then you could buy off of them. Big one here in Orlando is taking all the stuff from the other breakers, and LCS is the owners. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Tough to get hands on the products. We actually got on like an hour and a half long phone call with like 10 people from our one distributor, putting our gripes in. This is going back like, 6-8 months ago, something around there. Jason and I got on a conference call with our one distributor, putting our gripe in about the fact that they're slowly cutting back our allocated amounts on these products, and they just blame the industry. Got a Sandy Koufax die cut, 1960s. 1960s Koufax for the Dodgers. They just blame the industry, and, that's that. And it is the industry. But it's also them. They're taking on new customers, and they're kind of like thinning out the amount of product available for guys that have been buying off them for 5+ years. Got a Robin Yount, 35th. Says, my go-to is not very happy. Had a shop for 30 years. Yeah. Does he do breaks or it's just purely brick and mortar in store? All right, here comes our next hit, guys. Our next hit is going to be a Sandberg 1985 Topps relic. So far, 3 boxes and 3 relic cards. And that's a bat relic. Very nice. 35th with bat relic in there for the Cubbies. The Cubbies going to John G. John G owns it. Bat relic, 35th. No breaks, just local sales. So there's a local operation here in Vegas that the guys are somewhat well known out there in the break scene. They bought a local card shop. Specifically, I would imagine, I don't know this for fact because I don't know the guys personally, but they bought a local card shop. I guarantee specifically to strengthen their amount of acquisitions that they can get in terms of product. Which, hey, good for them. That's a big thing to take on. But if that's the only way you can get your hands on more product, then yeah. All right, what do we got? Devers, 35th. Yeah, online is closing brick and mortar. Yep, sure is. This is a weird market out here in Vegas. Like, if you guys make it out to Vegas, there are still several local card shops open out here. Just because, you know, Vegas is like its own animal. Like, malls still kind of happen out here because there's so much tourist influx. Master and Apprentice again for the Twins. Tanaka. These are nice looking pictures on these Series 1 cards, though. Here's an Ohtani. Very nice. 2011 Topps Baseball. What's up, Agent Smith? Sorry about the Nightbot. Nightbot thinks you're spamming. If you put exclamation points or a bunch of caps or something. Oh, I see. Agent Smith is spamming. That's why Nightbot thinks you're spamming. Ozzy Albies, 35th. Like I said, guys, I will definitely be recapping this one. What do we got? Manny, 35th right there. Max Scherzer, World Series 2019. Aparicio, 1950s decade best. Mark, what's the weather in Florida these days? I'm sure it's warm. It's been hit and miss here in Vegas. It's been anywhere from the 30s up to almost 70. But for the last couple of weeks, like this week, we've had these crazy like 60-mile-an-hour winds happening, which are it's taking the temperature down at night to like 38. What do we got? Torres, 35th. So it's been somewhat cold. We've had to have the heat kicking, which you think Vegas, you're in the desert, you're in the heat. Gets cold in the winter. Pete Alonso. All right, that's another box. So what's that? 3 boxes down so far, guys. 9 to go. 3 down, 9 to go. Guys, if you're just popping in, little public service announcement. Just before we started the break session today, I activated 4 cases of Plates and Patches football on the website. So if you're signed up to our email notifications, you likely already got the notification. If you're not signed up to those, go on the site, guys. Check it out. Plates and Patches breaks 1, 2, 3, and 4 are active on the site and currently selling. Up and down, too. Had 70-mile-an-hour winds last night. Now it's chilly. Yeah, sounds like here. Although we're not getting 77. I think it was supposed to be in the 60s today. So that'd be nice. All right, 2 more boxes. We're keeping on going with the 2s. There's our foil pack. Empty box. Mid-80s on Monday or Tuesday. Well, that's pretty nice. There's our foil. And there we go, 2 stacks of High Society. Take a little beverage here, folks. All right, beverage acquired. Let's bust open more packs. We'll see how long this one's going to take. What are we at? We're at 36 minutes so far into the break. And we're getting into boxes, what, 4 and 5? Probably take us 2 hours to get through the whole thing. Alright, there's 1 stack. Oh, baby. They want to topple right over, don't they? Probably. In fact, I have to go to the one local casino here, the South Point, and pick up a win-loss statement for my taxes. You can't do it online. They're one of these local casinos that don't allow you to like brew that up online. So I had to go to the player's desk a couple days ago, ask for it, and they said, oh, we'll generate it and then stop back in for it in a couple days. So, great. So I got to stop in and get that. Although, I don't know if I'm vibing on playing there. We really enjoy playing downtown these days. By Fremont, but not on Fremont. There's a casino right off of Fremont called the Downtown Grand that is just a really good time. So we'll probably skip down there later on tonight. Okay, there's 2 more boxes right there. Let's get into it. Yeah, I hit a couple hand-paid jackpots over the last 2 years that require me to get that all filed in the taxes. Yeah, they still have the light show. In fact, they just upgraded it with a multi-million-dollar upgrade to all LED lights on the canopy. So it's and actually it's a much better quality thing now with that light canopy. Before it used to be just I don't know if it was bulbs or if it was LCD. I don't know what it was, but it's all LED now. So it's basically like a big video screen up there with super HD quality. All right, what do we got? Goldschmidt, 35th. 15 years since you've been there? Yeah, lots changed for sure. Both down there and on the main part of the strip. Prior to moving here, I used to come to Vegas, 1 to maybe 3 times a year. Just as a tourist before moving here. But before moving here, I had a span of about 8 or 9 years that I hadn't even been to Vegas. But I was always just, fascinated with Vegas. What do we got? We got 65 years of baseball. Aaron Judge, 1991 Topps. Big Air, Big Hair. All right, what do we got here? Home Run Challenge of Tatis. Will they give us an auto in this one? Maybe. What do we got? Here's our die cut. It's Honus Wagner. Wagner die cut. All right, what do we got? The card stock on these cards is so thin, too. Little Keston 35th action here for the Brew Crew. And I see the hit coming up. It looks like it might be another relic. It is indeed, I believe. 1985 Topps Baseball relic card of Alex Bregman. Alex Bregman is the relic. 35th for the Astros. Houston Astros. Going to Michael G. Michael G. Getting it. What's the fallout? Still fallout happening from the Astros scandal? I know they were looking at other teams for similar tactics, trying to really put everybody on blast after that came out of the Master and Apprentice. Got a Chris Paddock, 35th for the Padres. Mark, you must be somewhat of a tech guy yourself if you're a CAD guy. Are you an engineer? Former engineer? I know you said you're retired technically. If you're doing CAD, I assume you're probably an engineer of some sort. We got 1950s, Ted Williams, decade's best. Or an architect, I suppose, right? Architect. Got a Merrifield 35th for the KC Royals. I follow a couple guys on YouTube that do like CNC machine stuff. It's just fascinating to watch some of that, and of course that's all generated in like rendering and CAD and stuff, wireframe before they get into engineer technician. Gotcha. Jacob deGrom, 35th for the Mets. The one guy machined sledgehammer heads made of like pure copper stock. I think it was like 4x4 or maybe 3x3 copper square stock, and he machined out like these like hammer heads with it. It was crazy. Got an Ohtani then and now. What do we got? Ohtani again, decade next. '35th of Clemente, Pirates. Okay, that's one more box down, guys. Let me offload them. Make space, make space. Mark, I'm not sure if in any of our break conversations, if you ever said you're a frequenter of the casinos as well. I know Travis is. Of course, myself and Jason are. Florida has quite a bit of casinos, if I'm not mistaken. I've never been to any. Got the Hard Rocks and the Seminole Hard Rocks and all that going on, right? So, a lot of readily available casino action down there. The poker scene is really strong in South Florida these days. One of the best poker markets in the whole country. Decade next of Brenda McKay. All right, let's find an auto. Come on, not too much anymore? Smart man. Smart man. All right, Johnny Bench, 35th for the Reds. And we got it, guys. We got it. A Baseball Stars auto for Seattle, which is Matthew K on the ownership. Matthew K, Jake Fraley. Yep, you are correct, Ralph. It is Baseball Stars auto, rookie auto of Jake Fraley. All right. So no relic in this box. We got the auto finally. This is the gambling, yeah. And you actually get some tangible something to walk away with. Congrats. Oh, an auto from Trout, please. Lots of boxes still left, Ralph. Lots of boxes. We got over half the case still left to look at, so it's a possibility. And again, guys, if I'm passing anything off that's any kind of SPs, I know you have to like zoom in super low on the bottom number and look at these like tiny digits that my old eyes won't even focus on. And it indicates what the series is and all that stuff. Certainly don't have time to do it on every card, but if there was one specific or two specific cards here and there, I would bring them up into view and show you guys that stuff. 35th of Jackie Robinson. Evan Longoria with some numbering, 1605 of 2020. Or is it 2020 or 2000? I said 2020 without thinking about it. Yeah, it is 2020. Little Vladdy Jr. action. What do we got here? Some 1965 Topps Ichiro. Tigers and the Rangers. About the Angels this time to get something from Trout or Ohtani. Well, Ralph, I don't know if you checked out this finest. So the 2018 finest that I have up here, we've got that one single case of it on the website. That was Ohtani's rookie year. So that's why the Angels are a $299 team, but we're offering the 20% discount. So you can get the Angels for $60 off. If you're really chasing down Ohtani, that's the rookie year stuff right there. Diamondbacks with the 35th right there. Zach Gallen. And I will break that one if it fills today, guys. That's the one that I put up there as the caveat. I will break if we can get it filled. I'm fairly certain the Angels are the big team on the board that's kind of holding it up from getting filled. So if anybody wants to chase down an Ohtani rookie, that's the big boy in that case that's making that spot worth 200 and some bucks. 2010s Chris Bryant. All right, what do we got? Blue frame, 35th of Rod Carew for the Angels. So there's a little something something Angels. Some of these variations, I'm sure, like when you guys get these cards, I know you know this, but definitely like seek out the numbering scheme on the bottom of the backs, because some of these cards might have a higher value than some of the autos, which is crazy. JD Martinez, Red Sox, 35th. Got an Alvarez, tops now. Future Stars of Lariano. J.P. Crawford. Here's another 35th, Reggie Jackson. First card you ever got was a 1980 Topps Carew. Still have it. Very nice. Going back to the original, right? Got a Vladdy Jr. Tops now. Looks like, doesn't that picture look like he's either just kicked him in the side of the head or is about to stomp on the back of his neck? Enrique Hernandez, the Stomper. '90s Jeff Bagwell. Got Polanco basically just levitating in air. Future Stars of Austin Riley. Barrios 35th for the Twins. Soaking it all in. All right, guys, that's another box down. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1 makes 7 to go. Let me offload these cards, making some space on the table, and we're going to get into the next two. All right, 2 more, guys, 2 more. We are going to be beyond the halfway mark once we get into these next 2 boxes. This box right here represents beyond halfway. So where are we at? 59 minutes. We haven't broken them yet, so I can't say 2 hours exactly, but 2 hours and 10, 2 hours and 15 maybe to get through the whole thing. Foil pack sitting on top. Hopefully we'll see something good out of those packs. We pulled an auto out of the foil packs in the jumbo. The previous break of this stuff that I did was the jumbo, and we pulled an auto out of those. They're like a chrome, like prism-y style background on those, right? There it is right there. I know Prism is more of a Panini thing, but they have that style background going on. All right, empty box right there. Jammed my finger in there. I'm like, did I just paper cut? No, we're good. No bleeding on the cards. I enjoy these afternoon sessions. We've been doing them a little more recently. Not just like this is kind of an impromptu one today to get this case busted, but we've been doing them on release days. They work, half and half. I would say they work half and half. Sometimes we get a good turnout if it's a real high interest product. Everybody turns out even early. But they're good because it leaves, enough time for folks to go about their day after the session finishes up. Plus, when Jay and I are doing them as a double duty session, where I'll do one half and he does one half, and the session from start to finish is usually like 6 hours, so they're pretty long. All right, here we go. Second stack. The nice part about doing our double duty stuff that we've been kind of like experimenting with is that nothing is really ever off the table to get broken. So like the full inventory batch that's sitting on either of our shelves is on the table to break on those days. Greg, I'm looking at your comment there. Most of the SPs you can tell if it's a current player that's looking at the camera and not playing, celebrating, or in batting practice, or if it's a regular base card of an old retired player. Lot of variables there, Greg, for me to... I don't know. You guys tell me. If I pass something off, like I keep saying, I'll gladly pull it up into the camera. So if it's a current player looking at the camera or not playing, all right, we'll see if we can pick any of them out. We're getting to the halfway mark, and I haven't pegged one yet, so... Greg, I was just watching a video before I started up the session today about this Twitch streamer. He was a video game streamer that was basically disgraced and discredited. His whole thing was he allowed people to believe he was paraplegic, and all of his, because he had the front-facing camera going on him, and would always show himself like pulling up to his live stream in the wheelchair and everything, and then he was taking donations and like pity donations from folks that were donating to him based on, a disability. And one time, while live on stream, the guy like forgets and just stands up from his wheelchair and walks away, walks across the room, and people kind of, flipped out. And crazy. The Twitch video game streaming world is a crazy, crazy place with all those donations and everything. Buster Posey has a regular base card throwing from home during a game, but the short print is him jogging off looking at the camera. Okay, cool. Let's see if we could find one. Oh, yeah, right, Ralph? Crazy stuff. This gentleman took in like tens of thousands of dollars worth of donations from folks that were donating to him. Could be based on his personality. It wasn't solely based on the fact that he was disabled, but he was playing up to the disabled aspect of it. Got a Ricky black frame right here, 35th for the A's. Very nice. That's $299. 280 of $299. Ricky Henderson. Who's got the A's? A's is John F. Yeah, the kid then screws up, stands up out of the wheelchair, and walks across the room, and people lost their minds, as they well should. I'm looking at this. There's like a... As I'm looking at my own monitor, I don't know if it's a dot on the monitor or if it's a dot on my camera lens, but it's carrying over to my view of the cards. Like right there, there's like a dark dot. I don't know if you guys see it. If you don't see it, then it's on my monitor. Couple helping the homeless person get a ton of donations and found out they were all buddies pulling a scam. Yeah, those GoFundMe scams are the real deal too, right? People putting up GoFundMes with the hard luck story, and it turns out to be BS. It's a crazy world. All right, what do we got? Home run challenge of Rizzo. I'm sitting here chatting it up and not looking for a player, not looking at the camera, or not in an action shot. Like right here, I don't know. Is that a looking at the camera? Let's adjust the focus because the bottom number is what we're looking for, right? Let's get it real close. 269, isn't it the last 3 digits of that number is what we're looking for, basically? I don't even know if this is one of them, but let me get the camera focused in on the proper way. Not an SP? Gotcha. All right, here's a die cut right here. Willie Mays. 1960s die cut, San Fran. Yeah, to get the camera focused in to look at that bottom row of text, you almost have to hold the card up to like a half an inch away from the camera and then like readjust the focus point. Got a Brandon McKay, 35th. What's it going to be in this one, guys? Are we looking at an auto or are we looking at a relic? Let's say auto. Let's be positive and optimistic here. Auto coming up. It's one or the other. Well, I spoke too soon, guys, because there it is. And it is, in fact, an auto. Miami Marlins, the recipient, going to James D. Baseball Stars autograph card of Yamamoto. Yamamoto, and that is a gold. I'm guessing that's gold, right? 10 out of 50 rookie of Yamamoto. Baseball Stars, very nice. Or it's 19 rather. 19 out of 50. It looks like a 0 if you kind of hold it off to the side. 19 out of 50. Yamamoto, Baseball Stars auto for the Marlins. Nice card. James D owns it. Yeah, real nice. Jackie Robinson, the 1950s decades. All cards will be shipping to you guys, so if, I know we're missing SPs for sure, but you're going to get them. We got an Ichiro 35th. Anything? You guys tell me on that Smith. I don't know. Got an Alvarez. 1956 tops with the facsimile auto going. Hoskins, 35th. Might have been the SP Posey a stack ago. Well, we'll never find it now, Greg. So I'm not even going to attempt to sift it out of there at the moment, but you will be getting it, sir. You do hold San Fran in this one, right? Yep, San Fran is your spot. All right, George Springer, 35th. Got a Sandoval with some numbering, 1596 of 2020. A lot of looking up to the sky happening here. 2 cards in a row, Vasquez and Shreenan. '60s decades. Got a Verlander. Tops now. And last little bit from this stack. I think I see maybe a black frame coming up there. Guys, if you're just popping in, this is the one and only case that we're breaking today. Finest Baseball I have up there because I will break that one if it fills, but we're not really pushing stuff to break like a typical session. Alex Bregman, 35th right here. But I will let you know, just earlier this afternoon, I listed 4 cases of Plates and Patches Football, which is next week's release. Those 4 cases are now active on the website. So if you guys are looking to jump in, not a black frame, it's an Altuve 2008. Okay, and this was the one I put off to the side because it looked like it was something different, like a picture variation or something. All right, let me offload these, and we're going to get to the next stack. So yeah, the Plates and Patches are up there, guys. They're going to move pretty quickly with the, the rate that this stuff is moving lately. Plates and Patches is going to blow out pretty fast. So now's your time. If you want to grab a team or a couple teams, go for it. Okay, here we go. Let's be optimistic and say another auto in this one. There's the die cut. Ricky Henderson, Oakland. Power speed number. Mike Soroka, 35th. Future Stars of Jeff McNeil. There's a Vlad Jr. again. And, well, it is not an auto this time. It's back to the relics. Blake Snell, Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay goes to Jake. Jake S. owns it. There you go, Jake. Major League Material relic of Blake Snell for the Rays. Rays relic. Chugging along, guys. Just chugging along here. These 4,000 card cases. Here's a 35th of Shane Bieber. The Biebs. Got a Decades Next of Bellinger. Got an Alvarez home run challenge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go after this one, guys. Still 5 left. Bryce Harper, tops now. Philadelphia Phils. Acuna Jr. giving the little I love you or you rock sign. What's that sign? Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Got an Albert Pujols, 35th. Kyle Schwarber, Cubbies, 35th. So you guys know Jason is a fan of professional wrestling. So, everybody, a lot of guys were fans of professional wrestling as kids and stuff, and I was as well. So Jimmy Superfly Snuka, who I was just mentioning, did you ever, see the story of... he passed away a couple of years ago, I think, right? But before that, he was being investigated for a murder of a girlfriend that happened 25 years prior. Or maybe even longer. Maybe it was in the 80s. But somehow, the murder went unsolved, and he wasn't really looked at as being a suspect. And then later on, they looked at him to be a suspect, and there was a lot of speculation that he really did it, I think. I could be misquoting the story, but Jimmy Superfly Snuka, and then, while an active investigation, I think, was happening, he passed away. 35th of Votto. There he is again. Polanco just levitating. All right. That box is down. All right, we got 5 to go, fellas. 5 to go. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Guy was a pretty larger-than-life character back in my youth. Back in the 80s. It's a big deal. All right, here we go. Next 2 boxes. That'll leave us 3 after this. I'm still going to keep going 2 at a time, so we'll have 1 solo one at the very end. We're 1 hour and 19 minutes into this so far, guys. There's our foil pack. Empty box. Foil pack. And an empty box. Here we go. More unpacking. Any interest in getting that Topps Finest filled up, guys? We've got a little bit of an audience out there. I know you guys are watching this one go down. We can do another break after this if we could fill up that 2018 Topps Finest baseball. 20% off all those spots using the Save20 code. So that offer's out there. That offer expires if we get through this and it doesn't fill. And that'll be back on the lineup for our next live session. Okay, there's 1 stack. Here comes the second stack. Oh, baby, they want to topple over. All right, let's go for 2 more autos in these 2 boxes. Yeah? 2 more autos. Here we go. Starting at the top. Looking for that hit. Looking for any numbering. Got a Rivera 35th. Yo, Jeremy, what's happening, buddy? Jeremy is here. Jeremy, I don't know if you saw the email or saw the website, but Plates and Patches was listed a little bit earlier. If you have any interest in checking it out, 4 cases. Got a Babe Ruth, 1956 tops. What do we got? Joey Gallo, Home Run Challenge. There we go. A little something something for those Angels. I know Ralph has been waiting for some Mike Trout or Ohtani auto, but here's a little die cut of Mike Trout. Wins above replacement. Eventually, Loki prepping for with all your stuff to network. Very cool. Very cool. All right, is it going to be an auto or is it going to be a relic in this one? Got a Max Scherzer 35th for the Washington Nationals. I see it facing us. I think it's going to be the relic, guys. All right, here we go. Here it comes, here it comes. Got a Steven Strasburg, Washington Nationals. Major League Material relic of Strasburg for the Nationals, or as Jay and I refer to it, the Wegmans Pop. If you guys know the grocery store chain Wegmans, they have their own in-house brand of like cola called W Pop, W for Wegmans, and I swear to God their logo looks just like the Washington Nationals W. Check it out. Do a Google search for Wegmans Pop. Looks exactly like it. We used to joke around and call them the Fighting Wegmans. Wegmans is a great grocery chain. I wish they'd come out here out west. Got a Pete Alonso. Tops now. What do we got? Molina, Cardinals, 35th. This one is, that's like less gloss. It's almost like a full paper. Like you can see there's a glossiness on that one, and there's not a glossiness on this one. It's like a matte finish. Are these something special, guys? Bo Bichette on that one. Definitely has a whole, yeah, because it's numbered to 99. 66 of 99 Toronto. Jeffrey, what's happening, bud? So I'm going to put that off to the side on that Bichette, because I don't know exactly what it is. Flipstock? Flipstock. Ah, okay, okay. So the old Topps logo with the little swoop, right? The old Topps logo, Flipstock. All right, nice. Got a Decades Next of Jimenez, Eloy. Yep, I remember them last year. Just took me a minute, but yeah. You do so many of these products year after year, you just don't remember. But thank you guys, appreciate it. That's why I go back out to you guys to Give me the info. 35th for Oakland, or Vintage Stock Vin. Hey, Vin, what's up, buddy? Vin's out there. Jeffrey's out there. So, guys, if you're just popping in right now, this is the last case of our top Series 1. This is Hobby break number 2, so the 12-box Hobby break number 2. It filled up late in the day yesterday, which was by the time it filled, I was already well past being live on the break session. So that's why I'm doing it live today. This is not really an official break session per se, where we try to fill up a whole bunch of other stuff, but the one I did put up here is the Topps Finest Baseball, because that one just keeps stagnating at the number 10. So if we can get that one down, I'm not going to sit here and promote it, but if we could fill it by the time I get through the last of this Series 1, then I will break it. So that one is lined up, the caveat being it has to fill up by the time I get through. Contreras 35th. Otherwise, it'll be back on for the next full break session. But if we can get that filled, that would be amazing. Is the other guy going to break the limited today? James, I can't really type it in. As you can see, my hands are a little busy at the moment. But if you guys want to key it in for James to let him know that Jason is not going to be live today, because those cases aren't full, and there was no intention to be live today, so the limited will not be live today. We were live for several hours yesterday trying to fill those cases, and they just didn't get there. So it's going to be back on for the next session. 35th for the Reds. SP for the Reds. Which one, DIVC? Which one you speaking of? Looking for some Reds cards here. You're going to get them all, guys. I just want to say that one more time. So if I've gone way far past it, it's going to live in the stack somewhere there. All right. Yeah, I'm not going to try to sift out that Reds card, even if it was an SP or an SSP, because you're going to get it, folks. Just want to keep moving forward. All right, 3 boxes remaining. Actually, no, we still have one full stack off to the side there, these two. So I stand corrected. 4 boxes remaining, one of them fully unpackaged already. A little more back. I do apologize, I didn't catch it in real time there, guys. So here goes on the next stack. You know, with those SPs, we're definitely going to be missing them in real time as we go. So just please have the understanding that you're going to get them. Got the 2000s, CC Sabathia. Thanks, guys, for posting that to James in the chat. James said his audio's off, but I can't really just drop everything and start keying in messages. So thank you guys for doing that. Syndergaard 35th. Also, guys, well, I will do this. Let me do this because this one's worthy of taking a second here. Plates and patches just listed earlier today before we started up the session. So if you guys want to jump into the plates and patches, I know James and some other guys are, you know, into the football breaks as well as the baseball breaks. That link right there will take you to our 4 cases of plates and patches. We also have some personal boxes available. You could buy a whole box for much cheaper than you could buy it for on places like Dave and Adams. We'll ship you the box sealed if you want, or we can bust it open as a live single box break for you as a personal. Got an A-Rod, Texas Rangers side of things, 2000s die cut. Who's got the Rangers in this one? Ralph G. There you go, Ralph. Another one, another die cut. I'm going to put that off to the side as well. All right, let's keep going. right, we got a Josh Bell home run challenge. Yep, another something for you, Ralph. Hopefully we'll get some ink for one of your teams also. We got a Sandberg 2011 Topps Baseball. And I think we got a medallion coming up here, folks. The medallions are pretty plentiful in the jumbo, but not so much in the hobby, and I think we got one coming up here in a minute. Blake Snell, 35th for the Rays. And here it comes, guys. It's thick. It's sitting right at the top. And it's got some numbering. How about a Cleveland Indians, Yasiel Puig to 149 Global Game Medallion card. These cards are heavy. Let me tell you, when you get this card, who's got the Indians this one? Tommy K does. You'll see what I mean. There we go. Very nice. Yasiel Puig with a Cuba medallion. Very nice. Medallion card, the one and only so far, numbering 106 of 149, Yasiel Puig. Good stuff, Tommy. Congrats, bud. What do we got? 2000s, decade best. All right, let's keep going, guys. Keep going. Got a Will Clark, 35th for the Giants. We got decade next of Gavin Lux. Three boxes to go after we get through the last bit of these cards. I think I'll bust open all three at the same time. 35th of Mark McGwire, Oakland. I was doing them two at a time. I started off doing the first one solo, which is why we have three remaining instead of an even two remaining. All right, Vlad Guerrero, Old School Expos, Washington Nats, 35th. Maybe we could find Junior now as well. There's an Ohtani, Topps now. There's Vladdy Jr. All right, last little bit before we get into the final three boxes. Nico Horner, 35th for the Cubbies. SP. Which one, Divic? Ernie Banks? Maybe? Again, guys, you're going to get all the cards. A Legends SP. The Ernie Banks. So there's Ernie Banks. If you can see that tiny, tiny numbering at the bottom, let me see if I can focus the camera. And this is why we don't go nuts actually doing this every time. The 284, yep, 284, final three digits on the backside. So the Cubbies scoring one. We actually caught this one in real time. Thank you, Divic. I thought it might have been something as we were going through, actually. Thank you for the heads up on that, my friend. So the Cubbies going to John G. John owns it. Getting that Ernie Banks. All right, guys, let me offload these. We're going to have 3 boxes to go. Legends SP there. Keep it going. Okay, last 3 boxes. We got all of our foil packs waiting in the wings right there. There's 1, and a 2, and a 3. We're going to do all 3 of these. There's the next foil pack added to the foil pack stack. All right, 1 big stack right there. Actually, let me put these in doubles. That's going to be way better because they're going to topple over otherwise. All right, empty right there. Second one. Another foil, putting it in the stack behind there. All right, there's a second box of 3. I'm going to put these back there. And putting these, I think we're 1, that looks even. Putting these right there, and here comes the 3rd one. Last box right here. Last foil pack added to the stacks. That's 12 foil packs right there. Anything crazy? I think I saw Jason posted something to social media that he pulled some big stuff out of the jumbo last night. All right, there we go. 3 boxes opened up. Starting here. Okay, there's one side of it. And put these here. I think we could stack them successfully into one stack. Mark, thank you, buddy, as always. Yeah, have a nice weekend as well. I'm not sure when our next live session is going to be, but I'll update the break schedule once Jay and I talk about it and figure out which day makes sense to be live next. So the schedule page isn't updated yet, but it will be. But thanks again, Mark. Okay, there's one of 3 so far, guys. Let's put them right there. Keep them in view. That's one box. Let's work on the next. right, guys, final 3 boxes. Gotta look at the foil packs, then I'll do a hit recap, and that'll be the session today. 1 case. Okay, there's a second one. Second one, here comes the third. All right, second half to the next. I'm hoping we get 2 more autos at least out of these 3 stacks, guys. Each box is due an auto or a relic. Got a lot more relics so far rather than autos. Let's call out for 2 more out of the 3. And let's see some ink in those foil packs too. All right, here we go. Next box. I think I see the hit already. Got a decade next, Victor Robles. Anything? I'm trying. I got to refocus the camera to get it in there. A Frank Robinson Orioles. That could be something. I'll put it off to the side there for a minute. Divic or anybody else that knows the SPs well. Yep, SP on that one. All right, Baltimore. Getting the SP going to Richard. Richard W. Put that in the stack. All right, what do we got? Garcia, 35th for the Cubbies. Future stars of Jeff McNeil. And here comes the hit. It is going to be a Tim Anderson White Sox relic Major League material. White Sox going to John. John G gets it, and that's a bat relic. 2 bat relics so far in this one. Pretty nice. Chicago White Sox. Bat relic. Interesting seeing this live. Try to hit again on some of the others. Yeah, they're fun to see live, you know. Little interaction. Tom Seaver. Mariano Rivera. Tops now. Plus, showing up live, like when you can actually make it out to see it live, helps out the overall session. Here's a Vladdy Jr. 35th for the Blue Jays. Blue Jays going to Rob R. It just helps out the overall session. The more active folks are hanging out in the live chat, the more chat interaction. It just gets other folks buying into the breaks that we're trying to fill up on that night. So, when you can make it out to the live stream, by all means, we ask that you do. Because it does help the effort, and everybody wants to see these breaks fill that are involved in them. So 1980s Decade's Best. But we know everybody's got busy schedules and can't make it out as often as you'd like. Altuve, 2008. Got a home run challenge of Bregman. Could hear the garbage can slamming right now. Got a Dustin May, Dodgers, 35th. Ken Griffey Jr., 1990s, Decade Best. Al Kaline, 35th, Tigers. Pete Alonso, tops now. And we're dropping Chris Sale. Chris Sale, 35th, dropping right out of the hand. Boston. '50s, Monte Irvin. .248 of 2020. Ryan Braun. Dale Murphy, 35th. All right, guys, that's 1 out of 3. 2 more to go. Let me offload these cards. We'll get to the last 2. Just a sec, working through them. Okay, next, let's go right here. So that'll be the last box right there, that last stack. All right. Here we go. Little Mike Trout, 1965, Topps Baseball. The Angels pendant right there, pretty neat. Goes to Ralph. All right, I called out for 2 autos, so if that little wish fulfillment comes true, they would have to be these 2 stacks because we pulled a relic in the last one. So let's see if my little... Ooh, there it is. There it is, and I could see gold number stamping going on there. And I think it is, in fact, an auto. I'm doing my best not to reveal it. Here you go. Nice little 35th of Mike Trout, Angels. And here it comes, guys. Here it comes. It's going to be an auto. And it might be something pretty interesting. Yeah. Oh, it's not an auto. It's a relic. The only reason I thought it was an auto is because it was thinner than usual relics. Ryan Zimmerman, Ryan Zimmerman, Washington Nationals, going to John. 48 of 99, postseason 2019, postseason performance relic. Pretty neat, something different right there. Zimmerman, Washington Nationals, going to John G. So I thought it was an auto because it seemed to be a little bit thinner. Still pretty cool. Jim Palmer, 1970s. All right, so we have one box as our last hope for some kind of crazy auto. Of course, we still have the foil packs, too. I don't know how I'm hungry. I ate right before I started up the break session, and it's only been 2 hours. I'm hungry again. Got a little Ricky action. 35th, Ricky Henderson, Oakland. Chris Paddock, decade next. That one's got some numbering as well. 151 of 299. San Diego. Decade next of Keston Hiura. No numbering on that one. Very nice. Got a home run challenge of Max Muncy, Dodgers. Xander, Red Sox, 35th. Chipper, 1990s Decades Best. Max Kepler, Twins, 35th. There you go. Tops now of Mike Trout. Tops now, Mike Trout. Los Angeles Dodgers, 1960s. Decade's best teams for the Dodgers. Vlad Jr. On a roll with the Trouts. He's showing up a little bit now. Got a Nolan Ryan, 35th, Astros. All right, last little bit here. One box left. Got an Eloy, 35th. Haven't seen a bunch of him in this one. Okay, that's second from the last box. Let me offload them, and then we'll do the last box. And then the foil packs. Okay, here comes the last box, fellas. Let's make it a good one. I'm cheating. I'm looking at the side profile of the stack to see if I can see a thicker card in there, which would indicate a relic. I don't see any thicker cards, but that's not to say it's not there. I'm hoping for a good auto is what I'm hoping for. So let's see what it is. We got Jake Arrieta just falling out of the stack at us before we get into anything. So here we go with the rest of them. Frank Thomas, 1990s. Got a Whit Merrifield. Is that one? If my eyes could actually work without having to microscope it in on that Merrifield. So we'll leave that right there. That is an SP. All right, we got another one. Kansas City with an SP going to Robert T. Robert T. Thank you, Divic. Appreciate it. So they're more like posed for photographic pictures on those SPs. We got a Miguel Cabrera. Tigers, Detroit, 35th. All right, still haven't hit either the auto or the relic yet. All right, here's another die cut. Randy Johnson, average game score for the D-backs. D-backs going to Jake. Home run challenge of Manny. Oh, I see the hit, guys. I see the hit. Got a Mookie Betts, 1987. What do we got? An Acuna with the blue frame, 35th right here for the Braves, which is Jonathan. Jonathan C. And here it comes, guys, and I think it is a relic. There it is. You can see the like Army green style blue, or blue. Hello, Army green style green backing on it. Tony Gwynn, 35th for the Padres. Army green style blue. And here it comes. Here it comes. It is a Rafael Devers, 1985 Topps Baseball relic. What's the front look like? Boston Red Sox recipient on this one. That goes to Howard. Howard B. owns it. 35th of Devers for the Red Sox. Relics. That's the last official hit. Maybe we'll have something interesting in here to go along with it. Of course, we still have the foil packs to look at too, so we could pull something out of there auto-wise. Decade's best. 2010s. Don Mattingly, 35th. How long are we at this? 1 hour, 57 minutes. Busting open this case so far, guys. So it's going to be just a little over 2 hours. Nick Senzel, Decades next. Kansas City with the George Brett, 35th. Verlander tops now. Ozzie Smith, 35th for the Cardinals. (2010s) Texas Rangers, and the last stack of cards here from the last box, guys. 1090 of 2020 on that one. Cleveland. What do you got? Juan Soto, 35th, Washington Nats. Got a Pujols, tops now. Angels. And that is it, guys. We got the foil packs to look at, but let me offload these, the last of these cards from the box itself off to the side. We'll look at the foil packs, and then I will do a hit recap. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me here today, watching this one go down. Appreciate it. Okay, here we go. Foil packs, foil packs. Ralph, keep hanging, buddy. You might see something pop up in these foil packs. All right, I'm going to bust open all the foil packs, put them in a stack, and then we'll work through that stack. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I thought you were skipping out. You might pull something crazy out of the foil packs, right? You just don't know. What's that? A little advertising insert, exclusive silver pack promo. Okay, guys, here we go, and this is all part of the same break, so these cards are still going to be married up to the owner from the full break itself. Darryl Strawberry, 35th. So they're all 35th. Pete Alonso, Alvarez. So we got these. These are just little advertising inserts inside each pack, so I'm just going to toss those. They are no value. We're looking for something interesting here. 35th of Caston, Bo Bichette. There's Mike Trout, a little 35th in the foil packs of Mike Trout. Will Clark, Gavin Lux, McKay, Nico. And here it is, guys. Got a Sean Murphy, Oakland A's, with ink. That goes to John F. So John's scoring the auto out of the foil pack. Sean Murphy. Oakland A's numbering for you. 22 of 299 on the numbering. So Oakland scoring one out of the foils. And here's a little color. Got a Garcia for the Cubbies, green. Numbering to 99. 93 of 99 on that one. And that right there is all of it. The last card laying down there was just another one of the Topps Home Run Challenge advertising inserts. Guys, thanks again for getting this one filled. That's all of our Topps Series 1 this year. We had 2 cases of Hobby, 2 cases of Jumbo. They have all broken. These will take a while to get sorted out and packaged and shipped. 4,000 cards in each of these cases, so as you can imagine, there is some time that needs to be put in to get it all out the door. So bear with us, guys. We'll get it out as soon as possible this week coming up for sure. And thanks again, guys. Hope to see you in the next breaks.